Okay, you guys, and for 5D's, I have some random tins that I had in my collection. Oh, good thing I just said that. I'm gonna give the background story while guess what we're on 5D's right now, right? This is my you say prize deck, as you guys have seen before. I'm pretty sure when you say Frugal prize deck. These are some random tins I got when I bought my collection. Now, the background story, how I got my collection, I rebought my collection. Basically, see, the tin doesn't even match the this doesn't even match. Like, this is Majestic Star Dragon. I think this is a vocal Doku, however you want to say it, number 17, and then Shooting Quasar. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but so when I got my I went to go reinvest, and I ran into an old friend that I used to trade with, and he was like, "Hey, well, actually, I think he just brought up like I hadn't played Yu-Gi-Oh in years. There wasn't really at the time thinking about it, wasn't really thinking about collecting too much. Everyone had other, growing up, other priorities and stuff. But once you hit a certain age, I guess it's like, well, what am I gonna either one put my time and my money into, or just what's your next move, or however you want to say it. But always love Yu-Gi-Oh, love to never go away, of course. Still want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. There's no one who was around to play. Nobody was really collecting at the time, and Yu-Gi-Oh was a little bit expensive at the time still. So basically, I seen an old friend, and he's like, "Hey, I still got all my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff." Now, me growing up a little bit more, this is years and years later. I forgot I even traded him stuff. And if you see the camera rocking, this is me rocking back and forth. Sorry about that, you guys. This is years later, so I forgot I even traded him stuff. So that's not where I got my Dark Paladin again. That's a funny story. I didn't get it from him. I'm like, did I get this back from Black Dad? I didn't get it from him, but I still think it was the same Dark Paladin I had. But irregardless. So boom, long story short, he's like, yeah, I still got them. Would you like to buy them? Or I might have asked him if he would like to sell them to me. And he's like, yeah, I don't play them anymore. So I'm like, okay, keep in mind, this is me fresh sold my collection, my first collection. I had a MFC Dark Magician Girl and a whole bunch of other cards from in Dark Magic Curtain and stuff like that. A whole bunch of other things. But I forgot what I had in my old collection. But everyone had their major cards that they had, or good amount of cards. But back in the day, I sold it to a shop, and I only got around about maybe 200 from my collection, which wasn't bad at the time when you're a little bit younger and stuff. You weren't playing anymore and stuff like that. 200 something now. So your cards back when it was eBay, or it was really nothing. You weren't gonna make too much money off of Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. So I now if I had thought about it, an MFC Dark Magician Girl First Edition. Oh my goodness! But Dark Magician Girl gave me she was the sale pretty much, because everything else they were like, well, we want them, but they were like, when they bought, I don't even want to shout them out now, because the owner, I used to bump with the owners. I used to really like the owners, and I used to really like the shop. But now they're just like, the times are different. I think they're just old, and one of them is just a little bit maybe mad at life or something like that. Now it's just not the same. It used to be a very awesome, like just cool card shop place that would buy your cards, or you could buy cards from them, and it was like the first card shop that was like, how we do now. I guess is we're older and stuff, right? So, but you could go there and play tournament. You could do a whole bunch of stuff. It was just a really cool place to go play games. They sold Shonen Jump stuff. They had a whole bunch of. I think that they had official tournaments there probably too. But anyway, long story short, so I forgot what I was saying with those or with the other. Oh yeah, there wasn't really any money invested into Yu-Gi-Oh. So, and I don't have any shoes on you guys, sorry. But he's like, "Well, do you want to buy my car?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll buy it." Money I didn't at the time. I didn't really have like that, but I'll pretty much show you what I bought for. And this is his collection. I bought it for, let's say, like $40. It was no more than $40. I bought my entire binder, both of these binders with all those cards in them that you've seen. The only things that I'll just basically tell you what I didn't have when I bought the collection. I didn't have this. Obviously I didn't have these display boxes at the time. I didn't have any of these deck boxes. I had all the cards that are in the decks right now. I got all these cards that you guys have seen in one collection with these and with these. All of these in one collection. The only ones that I had to build were like Arcana. I had to get one card for Arcana, the Dark Magician. I had to get the Perfectly Ultimate Great Maul for this one. Or did I already have it? No, I had to get a perfectly auto grade off, I believe. Pegasus. There's a funny story. Good thing I ran into this one. This was his friend. This was the friend that I bought this whole entire collection from. I'm gonna finish out what I bought and stuff. What I'm gonna finish. His friend, he's like, yeah, I got another friend that's selling some more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm like, okay, bring it back. Bro sold me this for $10. This entire Pegasus deck. But the only difference was he had two winged. I bought it because he had two winged Dragon Raw sphere molds in there, and then the deck was That's why you guys seen them crazy cases on the winged Dragon Raw sphere molds. He had them just sitting in his wallet, and then all these cards together in one deck. So technically, I forgot. I didn't really build this deck, you guys. I modified it, I'm pretty sure a little bit, yeah. But I didn't even know Toons had I didn't know about archetypes back in the time back when I first had got these. When I found them, I'm like, I thought it was like a new set of really rare cards. Okay, obviously it were, yeah, obviously were, but this was just like the first deck with the deck box that I had pretty much got. So I had this deck box, and I think I had maybe this deck box and this deck box just sitting around pretty much. And then the rest of these I went out and bought, so those weren't adding $40. But this I got for $10 from someone else with two Winged Dragon Raw Sphere modes. Um, and that's what I got from them for 10. And then the rest of this, the deck boxes I bought separate. I had, like I said, two of these. I bought this came in the $40 collection. This box. I didn't have my speed duel boxes. I had to buy those, of course. I had to buy these eventually. I didn't have any deck boxes again, except for like maybe two, the pink one, and then like two of these, whatever the case may be. But all the cards in these decks came within the $40 collection, except for, like I said, Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, this deck, the Winged Dragon Raw Sphere modes, and like the T-Rex right here. But the rest of these, all these cards. Oh, another funny story. This other person. This is the last thing I separately kind of bought. If you want to say that. This deck right here, and with this complete deck right here, except for of course the few cards you guys probably tell I put in there. This complete deck, along with Obelisk, the front one in my binder, in this binder, the front one, the alternatives, I got that for free along with this whole Mako deck for free. This ran on the same person I was around when I met when I encountered our friend again, when I met our friend again, and he was like, "Hey, you want to buy my collection?" The friend I was around when I met the old friend again, he just gave me these for free. The deck box too, I think. No, I bought the deck box. He gave me all the cards for free with the obelisk for free too. So boom, I got that for free, and then that for $10, and then the rest of this was $50, except for the speed duel boxes, the deck boxes, and then the display boxes that I just kind of pretty much got. Yeah, but I got all these cards in here except for a few commons in the elemental heroes. Uh, I think a few Zane cards, of course, a few Aster cards. I didn't have too many GX actually. I didn't have too much GX. I'm still missing a few, not missing a few, but I still gotta get like finish basically whatever I don't have inside these, and whatever I don't have for these decks. I'm just about to go grab offline. But again, I've been being lazy. That, and also I was doing so much shipping, you guys, that literally I was just like I haven't basically gotten all of my money back from my shipping and my deposits and stuff, or my deposits. I'm waiting for the deposit, but I haven't gotten all my money in yet for all the stuff that I sent out. So I'm basically cashed out, and that's another thing that I was trying to avoid when it comes to doing the openings. I'm gonna have enough to frequently do openings. I just want to do openings every day, of course. But excuse again, except for yesterday, excuse me, because I was just tired. But I didn't want to I didn't want to have to run into any like money ruts of like not of basically buying and then having like the waiting time, because I'm not gonna expedite, but basically the waiting time of getting the packages and then getting more. So that's what like I was trying to avoid somewhat, kind of, I guess, really. But that I guess that's for, and these are also one of my Kyber cards. It's 10, and then this 10's empty, and then this is what's called. We'll get into the Zexel deck, and you can see tour guide and all that right there. We'll get into that. Well, pretty much it's really nothing extra, but I guess I'll make an extra video for it. So